Hello and welcome to the Great British Hobbit League podcast. I'm Jamie and I'm here with Joe today. He is going to be showing, well, not showing us, we're not on video. We're recording.
No, we're not.
No, we're
That
not.
was a northern accent. 'Cause,
No.
southern accents. You haven't really heard that on the channel before.
James is Southern.
What?
I think James is a Southerner.
Is he?
Pretty sure he's from the South, yeah.
Jesus, he's just everything, isn't he?
He's everything. He came up north and got like beat up in school for being Southern.
Really?
And blonde, yeah.
Oh my god, it's like Voldemort.
Yeah, he is. Right, so we'll talk about your tournament. Firstly, how many points is the tournament? And is it a single army or good or evil?
It's going to be a 500-point tournament, and it's single army.
Good. Where is the tournament being held? And how many days will the tournament last? And can you recommend anywhere to stay?
It's being held at the Dorset Arms in East Grinstead.
Yep.
It's a one-day tournament, so in terms of accommodation, it's only people that are travelling from really high up that are going to need to stay anywhere.
Yep.
Basically, can't recommend anywhere in particular, but the postcode is RH193DE, and there are literally, if you put that in Google Maps and type in hotels,
yep,
I think there are about 3 that are either on the same street or within 2 streets away.
That's perfect.
Prices vary, but there's just tons. And if you're coming from the north, you could even stay in like Brighton or something because it's half-hour drive away if you've never been.
Yeah.
And then drive over and have a holiday, turn it into an unexpected journey. Wink, wink.
Oh. Okay. My third question is: are there any food venues around the centre, or should tournament goers bring their own food?
Well, get this: tournament is in a pub.
Oh.
So last time there was an event in this venue, basically during our second game, we had a bunch of menus brought round. We all just wrote down what we wanted, gave it to Sam, and then when it was the break, we had a meal ready for us.
Amazing.
So this is Southern hospitality at its best. Just saying.
It's, right, fair enough. We'll have to up the ante for our northern tournaments then.
Yeah, you will. Yeah. No offence or anything.
Fine. Okay. How many games will there be, and what scenarios are going to be used?
There's going to be 4 games, and then the scenarios are going to be hold ground, and then to the death or Lords of Battle. We haven't quite decided which one we want in that particular game. Yep. And then there's 2 custom scenarios.
Would you like to explain them?
Pardon?
Would you like to explain them for everyone listening?
Would I ever? Okay, let me just whack open that file. I probably should have done this in advance, but I live on the edge. I'm a pretty cool guy. Right. There we go. Best event ever, that's the one. Okay, so the first one is called Warganation.
Okay.
Basically, you deploy it like you would the objectives in Domination.
Okay, so there's 5, 1 in the centre and 4 placed by the players.
And then basically you number the ones around the edge, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yep.
And then you place down 2 Warg models on the centre objective, and then 1 on one of each of the ones on the outside.
Yep.
So you've got 6 wargs on the table before any armies have been put down.
Okay.
You following?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, cool. And then you deploy like you would, I believe we're going to do it like Lords of Battle. So in other words, you're basically just playing Domination, but you're playing it horizontally instead of vertically.
Yes,
because that's just the better way to deploy.
Yeah, I agree.
And then basically, every turn, before any movement has happened, the wargs will move towards the closest models to them, and they will charge, the closest things to them, and they're going to fight like regular models.
Okay.
And whenever one's killed, you roll a dice, and then it will come back on a different objective. Okay. Respawn there instantly on the start of the next turn, and then it will behave like the rest of the wargs.
So it can charge on the first turn it arrives?
They can charge on the first turn they arrive.
That's cool.
Deadly stuff. And then once 8 have been killed, I can't custom profile. Don't really want to go into the ins and outs of it because basically a warg chieftain, a super warg chieftain, will spawn in the middle and then start charging stuff.
Yep.
And you win this scenario. Let me just scroll down. The game ends when someone reaches 25%.
Okay.
You get a victory point for every warg you've killed. Okay. You get 3 victory points for killing the big warg.
Whoa.
And then you get 3 VP for breaking the enemy and not being broken. Yep. 1 if you have been broken, and then you've broken them. And then 3 VP for killing the enemy leader.
Okay, cool.
So it's sort of all about... It's a bit like sort of Horde mode in Gears of War or Firefight in Halo. So it's all just basically about having survivability as well as being able to take on
these wargs.
Yeah. We've place tested it twice, and it's been great both times, and it's the best thing ever, and this is the best event ever, and etc. so on and so forth.
It does sound like a good scenario. I do
It sounds like some people posted a comment on it saying seems a bit like there's quite a few paragraphs of special rules here.
Yeah.
Might get bogged down, but actually once you start playing it, it gets really...
I was going to say, it sounds probably, for the initial read, it does sound like quite a lot, but I can imagine once you get in game, you just start rolling that dice to see where it comes up, it will flow quite quickly.
Yeah, there's a lot of fluidity to it, and they move before anyone else moves, so it's basically just at the start of each turn you
Is that
move and then it's the exact same game.
Yeah, before the priority roll, is that?
I think it's just whoever has priority will do the move, from point A to point B.
Okay.
But they always move to just the nearest model they can. So there's not really a huge deal who moves them, but that's the official. The one thing that came up though when we were playing was if I think I had a Hunter Orc in combat with a Warg, and then Killy charged in to the Hunter Orc, and then we suddenly had a three-way fight.
Yeah, so it's like who strikes first sort of thing.
Basically, if you're both charging the Warg's defending a barrier, and the first model it was in combat with goes first.
Yeah.
And then if it survives, somehow it'll be with the second. And if you've just got a chain of three, then I think we said that the one in the middle will be defending a barrier in the exact same way. So even that worked quite well, even though when it happened, me and Sam just looked at the board and were like, whoa.
What?
Yeah. Run off your level of gaming here. Yeah. We didn't say that exactly. That would have been really late. But that was the feeling we got.
Yeah. And then what was the second custom scenario?
The second custom scenario is Oddball. Now, this one isn't a definite yet, because we only played it once.
Yeah.
And also it is a bit rules heavy, but at the end of the day, it's the same sort of logic where it's all based on rules that already exist.
Yeah.
Like with the Wargs, but we're just sort of explaining them more. Mm-hmm. So basically, in this one, there is a center objective on a standard 25mm base.
Yep.
It could be like a ball, a crown, if people want to sculpt one for their army.
By all means, yeah.
Just saying. And then each leader deploys within 6 inches of that with their warband.
Okay.
So no model within 6 inches, but they're 6 inches away,
Yes, yeah.
And then the rest of their army deploys 12 inches from their board edge. And this one's split horizontally as well. Yep. Although actually might be a bit... Anyway.
Yeah.
I just thought actually might work better for that actually,
because if you're playing on the long board edges, so if you're setting up on the short board edges, then you've got a further distance to travel, haven't you?
Yeah, that's actually maybe that's a good idea. I'll bring that up with the boss.
Yep.
And then basically, so then the ball counts as a light object, except it can be thrown.
Okay.
And if you start the turn with a model holding it, that model has to throw it.
Oh.
So they can't just, you can't just have one model grab the ball and then sit there the whole game being fine. So I think it was you that pointed out this does favour elves slightly, but then again, elves are weak and no one's ever won a tournament. So basically, you get victory points for, I think they're all based on the ball to just keep it tightly focused on that. Because otherwise, it would be a sort of a situation of let's ignore the ball and just kill each other.
Kill each other, yeah. Like quite a lot of the scenarios seem to be.
Just kill each other.
Break you in general, and then I might grab an objective to get.
Yeah, like to the death and Lords of Battle are just like the same thing to me.
Yeah.
For everything but reconnoitre and hold ground, and maybe domination is just the same thing to me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just stupid and too fluffy. Anyway, game ends when someone drops to 25%, or the turn that a model holding the ball ends its movement within the enemy's deployment zone. So that's like scoring a touchdown or a rugby try.
Yeah.
So that sort of lark. That will end the game.
Oh, that's good.
You get a victory point for every turn that ended with one of your models holding the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So you have got to spend at the end of every turn, have a little dice for each player saying how many turns they've had a model holding the ball at the end of it.
I see. Yeah.
And then you get 3 VP for ending the game holding the ball. So essentially, if you do manage to score a touchdown,
it's worth 3
points for doing that, and the game ends. So yeah, and then if we don't play that one, we're going to do Seize the Prize from Desolation of Smaug, because yet again, we're Cunning Nature, and this is the best event ever.
Yeah. I think we're using that one as well in our event in April.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we did it first.
You did it. Well, when's yours? When was yours again, sorry?
Ours is either on the 2nd of February or the 2nd of March.
March. I can make March.
You can make March. Okay, maybe it will have to be then. Who knows? But yeah, no. So we'll just have a vote for that, and also a vote for which scenario you'd rather play: Oddball or Seize the Prize.
Yeah.
We put in the custom scenarios because last season there's basically one new custom scenario, wasn't there? By Longbottom Carnival, which was altered by Was it Preston?
Yes, it was. Yes, yeah. That turned into goblins fighting goblins.
I didn't get to play the one in Preston. But,
no, I didn't either.
Yeah, so we thought, like, let's set a new tone because, again, cutting edge and all that.
Yeah.
Put some custom scenarios, and then if it doesn't go well, and people like who are really high up in the league or play to win, if they get messed over by the custom scenarios, at least then
all the better.
It's early season; they can still claw it back.
Yeah, that's why I think for the event in January, I'm taking I'm taking Thorin's company because it's so early in the season, it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah. Well,
too much.
Was it Damien O'Brien, Scum of the Earth?
Yeah.
Went to doubles with Radagast and some Rohan riders.
Yeah, he said he really regretted it by the end of the year.
Yeah, but it's just a game at the end of the day.
Exactly. Yeah. Game that I want to crush Ed Ball in.
That's what there's a league for it,
My next question 5 is: are there any banned models?
Not necessarily, but we are debating whether or not we should put a ban on having over half of your models be flying models.
Yeah.
Because, of course, for the oddball scenario, someone deploys with a fell beast, they're 6 inches from the objective, goes up to it, picks it up. They do have to dismount to get the ball. Yeah. But even then, they can throw it to one of their buddies who can then heroic march,
Yes, so far away, yeah.
And then they'd be... they'd only be like 4 inches from the board edge, I think, if my maths are any good, which they're probably not. But so that would I think there's just too much room for that scenario ending really quickly.
Yeah.
If people have got over half their models being flying.
Yeah. Or even just one flyer could be enough. Well, I think 2 flyers would be enough because they could just throw it between them as they travel up the board.
Bat swarms,
Yeah.
Theory they could do it. They could run the Kessel Run. But then if we said no flyers, then that would just get a bit too severe. Whereas this way, it's more just sort of, if you've got like Han Solo on the back of the dragon or whatever, you'll be good. But if not, you have to fight like everyone else.
Yeah. What sort of attendance figures are you expecting or are you hoping for?
Well, I think at the last East Grinstead event, there were 16 people.
That's good to know.
Which is, so we're sort of hoping that it'll be that sort of same level again.
Yeah.
We could probably accommodate for a few more, and we won't be totally heartbroken if there's a few less.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm just kidding, I will be.
Yeah, I would be too. What prizes are there going to be available, if any?
Well, we're still debating what the prize will be, but it's looking like it's obviously going to be something to do with Lord of the Rings / The Hobbit, because the Doy.
Yeah.
We've been looking on the Weta websites and all of the sort of cutlery websites for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
All the slideshow things. We've got a few good ideas, but we're not.
Nothing set in stone yet.
Yeah. But it'll be a good prize, and everyone should come along because they could win it, and it'll be the best thing ever.
I'll be coming along. Don't worry.
Nice.
If it's in March. If you're playing, what armies are you going to take?
Well, since there's 2 hosts, I'll probably just say we'll both be bringing. I'll either be bringing a Barlin's Expedition army.
Yep.
Featuring
I think I saw that posted. Yeah.
Yeah, Barlin, Oin, Ori, and then as many Iron Guard as I can fit in, and as many Erebor Dwarves with spears as I can fit in.
Yep.
So it's not as if I'm trying to, I'm known for using monsters at the proper tournaments.
The Monster Mash.
And of course, if I were to say can't spend over half your models on points of flying models, and then turn up with monsters, that would be kind of lame.
Yeah.
Anyway, I kind of got bored of them, and I figured I'd try playing the game properly. So I'm going to be turning up with that, which will probably be the opposite of playing the game properly, because 85 points on Oin and Ori, who probably won't do much.
No, I can't really. No.
But you never know.
You never know. I think Oin's got the potential to be a decent character.
Yeah, I'm also thinking of actually, get this, tournament first, bringing a Dwarf Ballister instead of Ori.
Wow.
And I know, right? Mad. And then seeing how that works out, because on paper, Siege Engines actually look quite good. It's just that...
It's just like that there's so many dice rolls they have to make before they actually hit their damn target.
Yeah.
But their battlefield scatter's not terrible, and it's sort of like a long-range Sorcerer's Blast.
Well, I was reading the rulebook, and I saw the bit about how catapults can volley fire, and I thought, wow, obviously I'm going to bring one. And I was literally that close to ordering, and then someone reminded me that a ballister's not a catapult.
Yeah, Yeah.
So you could volley with that would be incredible, and I just kill everyone's leader instantly, and I'd be fine. Yeah, it'd be great. But I might still do that. Who knows? You know.
We'll see on the day.
Yeah. And then Sam will probably be bringing either his airborne army because it's the scariest thing in the world, or his Mirkwood Rangers feat Killy the Dwarf to have a nice spoilers Destination Smaug army.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be. But we're both bringing things that aren't necessarily designed to win our custom objectives because dwarves aren't very accurate.
Not very slow. I mean, are very slow.
Yeah, I guess the elves would be quite good at what's its face, the ball one.
Oddball, yeah.
From what I've seen of the new elves, they're not. You know, in combat, they don't necessarily always hold their own.
No, I've been long debating them with myself. Sort of, I think from 800 or sort of like 750 plus, maybe I'd include the new elves, but I'd much rather have my elves with spear than.
Yeah. Well, when we were playing the warg one, I was using Azog on the white warg, and then Thimble, and then just as many hunter orcs on foot as I could get in.
Yeah.
And Azog died in turn 1.
Hey, just like
shot down by Legolas and all the Rangers. And I thought from then on, right, that's it. I may as well just say let's stop playing. But actually, the game went on for like another 90 minutes.
Oh wow!
And I think I won in the end because I had more models to keep near the warg.
To keep near the wargs, yeah.
To kill the wargs with, and I think Toriel survived to the end.
As you'd expect her to do.
As you'd expect, because she Legolas obviously died because he's a little girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So maybe they clearly are good because they managed to kill Azog in turn 1, which was incredible.
So did for me. Dwalin and Nori did that for me in our latest battle report.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was incredible.
It's just like yeah.
I think Azog's a bit. I don't know. I get the feeling they wrote the profile thinking he'd cost like, I don't know, 50 points less and not be fight 7.
Yeah.
And then they saw he was like the main villain, and they thought,
oh crap,
one of our main characters, like Aragorn and Gandalf, both 170, so we better boost him up there somehow.
It's just his defense that lets him down.
And the lack of fate.
Oh yeah, there's that as well. 3-3-1.
Yeah, I mean, you always know that character's going to die if they've only got like 1 fate or no fate.
Yeah.
Or because King Théoden with no will. In fact, King Théoden. The whole first page of the Rohan army is just a joke. No one's ever going to use Hammer. No one's ever going to use Theodred. No one's ever going to use Theoden.
No.
It's all going on the second page.
Yeah. You got on the second page, it's like Erkenbrand, Eomer.
Yeah.
Like Eowyn or something. The good ones.
It's weird because everyone's favourite models are Rohan, but the army's just so abysmal.
Yeah.
In general, I mean, I've seen James's stuff.
Yeah. Please don't mention it because he'll just not shut up about it.
Well, he's basically just like a game breaking guy, and he's changed the whole meta.
Yes.
I worship him.
Yeah, we stick him Reavers and Shade, so he loses. Yeah, he is.
I have built lots of Reavers. I am considering bringing them. I built 12. That's not lots.
It's enough.
Them and some half trolls. See how that goes.
Oh,
half trolls are lovely. I don't see why they're not used more.
I think it's because they're too expensive. Like
you get 2 wins and 2 attacks.
Oh yeah. I don't mean points wise. I just mean cash wise.
I guess, but I mean, out of all the 820 blisters, you probably get best value for them because it's 46 points. I know Sentinels are 75, but you can't use just Sentinels.
Yeah.
Whereas you could buy, 6 boxes of the trolls, and you'd have
use all of them. Yeah.
You'd have about 600 points worth of models, wouldn't you? No, 300. Yeah.
Yeah, 300.
Anyway.
Right. I think that's all my questions. Is there anything you'd like to say about the events?
It's going to be absolutely incredible. It's near the 100 Acre Wood if you're really the Pooh fan, which obviously you are.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Right. South's just the best place in the world. It's incredible. I'm going to be there.
Oh, do you have a rules pack available that I could link to in the description?
We do indeed. It's on the Facebook group, and I'll send it to you, and then you can link it on the description. And everyone should read the Oddball one a bit more. Don't just go on
just read into it and actually look at the rules and stuff.
There's lots of stuff we didn't say about how magic makes you everything drop the ball, and it's there's a lot to read, but I don't think it's not a lot to process in game. That makes sense.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, and if you're thinking of going, make sure to go on the Facebook group or the forums and vote about what you want to be played.
Yep.
And of course when the event should be, because we're flexible both on whether or not you want the second custom or if you want it to be in March or February.
Awesome. So head on to the Facebook group if you're not. That's also in the description below. And actually, I think this is the first podcast that will actually be on our website for the podcast. So
look at that! I'm just such a game breaker.
You are. And if you're listening on the podcast, thank you for listening, and
Thanks,
head over to the YouTube channel, subscribe, and check out the links there.
And support your hobby. Wink, wink.
Yeah, you said it.
I said it. I'm the best. All right. I could do it in a Schwarzenegger voice.
Do it.
Support your hobby.
Awesome.
That's incredible. I'm so good.
Right, Joe, thanks for taking the time to be on the channel /podcast.
It's my pleasure. I hope to see everybody on YouTube at the event.
Me too. All 396 of us there.
No, I mean like everyone on YouTube.
Literally everyone.
Feel like East Grinstead with all the YouTubers.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Right, pal. Have a good night, and I shall hopefully get this up tonight.
Bye.
Bye.